It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Jags and the Steelers, and it comes your way next.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the NFL postseason. Kate Scott, Brock Heward here as these teams begin the journey toward the Super Bowl. And at this stage, Brock, it's a daunting task ahead to make it all the way. They need 3 straight wins against the best teams in the NFL, beginning with this one right here, right now. From the 35 on second down. And the Steelers get home. They drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Setting up a throw. All in left side. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And it's going to be the man under center who brings him out now in his 9th NFL season.
And it doesn't take him long to get into a groove. Find that comfortable zone where everything is working for him, where the game slows down. And that's when he becomes most dangerous. Kate, he told us this week he wants to settle into that really early in the game. If that happens, it's bad news for this defense.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up. And before we get the kick, we're going to get a timeout. Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Back-to-back carries here. Room to work at the 35. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. He beams one, deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass, here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt.
Let's go now.
They'll throw to begin this drive. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant
Roughing
flag.
the passer, defense.
Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
We managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to the well again. And he's not going to get much. A modest gain at best to the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. They kick the running back in motion. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Jacksonville heading out there on offense. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm. You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Smash, smash, alert, alert.
A give now from the gun. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They'll run here from the gun. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Lone back gets the handoff. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All set up now for 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 2nd and 15. That one's complete over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
8-yard loss.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. In big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately.
So the Steelers turning things over to the field goal unit. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now, off play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Hits the 20. And he takes this one back for the pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. This ball's cut by Spears. Keeps himself upright. Along the right sideline, there's space. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. They weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They haven't caught him yet. Powering across for the touchdown. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
that one right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Complete, it's Cooper. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Got a man. Spears has it. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Looking for a throw here. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 4th and long. And the Jaguars sending out the field goal unit. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you can run yourself right into trouble. This defense did it. They didn't take a break, and they finally get him to the ground.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running back sent in motion. to throw it on first down. Looking slant route, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They're running the option, short side. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Catch made over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
13-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars take over deep in their own territory, down inside the 10. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And they'll have 90-plus yards ahead of them as they take over following the pick. Play action on first down. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So they let first down stand since it worked out well for him. The penalty declined. That brings up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff.
Number 5.
The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Another carry for him. And he stopped after a gain of 3, so that's going to bring up 4th down and our 2-minute warning. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He'll field this at the 48. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers have a short field in front of them as they take over. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Now here he goes. Oh, he lost the football. Jags pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Now the Jaguars getting set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing now, following the turnover. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. They'll throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now looking to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And that will not be enough for a first down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw here on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. From the red zone now. Throw left side, complete. And this one does not go far. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains in this half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 17. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Simple dive up the middle. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Call it 1 yard on the run. That's going to set up 4th and 7. That's the half in this opening round AFC postseason matchup. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. We had 2 great games yesterday, and we're just getting started here. The first of 3 more on this Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you two in just a moment.